Hey everybody, happy Thursday. So this week is going to be a continuation on my series that I'm doing for non-binary gender inclusion into sports. If you haven't seen part 1, I definitely recommend go seeing that. You can also read the study that I am basing these videos off. I'm going to put the citation in the comments. It's from 2020, it's done in Scotland. It's very, very good. I definitely recommend reading that because it goes a lot more in depth than I'm going into these videos. So let's just get right into it. Last week, I had touched on the view that women of different races are seen as more primitive because they don't fit this white European view of how men and women should look. Men should be seen as bigger and stronger, whereas women are seen as weak and frail. And this view is what people use to argue the segregation in sports. Now, women's sports, they have a sort of policing that's involved. It's done by both the institution and the athletes themselves. Now, this policing is good because it does help protect against sexual violence. However, this policing can scrutinize and exclude those who don't fit this white heteronormative view. So trans, non-binary, and even butch women are scrutinized and they are excluded, especially gender transgressive people of color, and it's because they challenge the binary gender system. The segregation in sex and sports can also affect men. So men and boys, whenever they're in sports, they learn this form of masculinity, which can lead to toxic masculinity. And toxic masculinity is the degradation of women, referring to them as being weak, and frail. It also can bolster the idea of how men should look, how men should act, and it will show aggression to anything or anyone that challenges these views. Now, also, gyms are also set up in a way that separates sex, and you may not realize it, but like the free weight area is seen to be much more masculine, whereas cardio and the resistance machines are grouped together because they can be seen as more feminine. And we normalize these spaces because of the body norms that men should be big and muscular, whereas women should be toned, which of course isn't true in these cases. So I think this is where I'm going to stop. This is actually a very short video today, and it's because next week and the subsequent weeks after, until I get finished with these series, I want to go a little bit more in depth into these barriers and the various different ways that the people in this study have come up with that could help overcome these barriers. So if you have any questions, you have any comments you'd like to make, please, feel free to reach out. If you, definitely know somebody or you yourself need some training, hit me up, give me a message. I definitely want to help you out. And I believe that should be all for today. So as always, stay hydrated, stay healthy, and stay happy.